How you doing? Dr. Brian Polachek coming at you. And I'm running the New Bedford Half Marathon soon, and I do it every year. And if I train too hard and I get an injury, my calf has been hurting lately. And I don't do the traditional spaghetti and meatballs, high carb. Why? Because it's not a good combination. Starch and protein is the worst combination you could possibly take in. It doesn't digest well. It's a myth that you need more carbs to finish a race like that. You don't. You need to make your body metabolically friendly so that it could either use fat or carbs, and there's strategies to do that. One of the things that I do to train is I don't train harder, I try to train smarter. And since I've had a little bit of a calf injury that was irritated from overuse and probably from a little bit too much protein because I've been trying to build muscle as well, I have to go back the other way. So one of the big things that I do when I train for athletics or a marathon, or if you have a chronic soft tissue injury, is you need to give your body the right fuel. You need to give it the right nutrition. And what I've gotten is these are 6-pound bags of carrots. I've gotten 3 of them. That's almost 20 pounds of carrots, a whole bunch of celery. I've also taken I'm going to put some cilantro and some parsley in there and possibly some beets. What does that do? Ton of potassium and celery. Ton of potassium. Magnesium and potassium are to soft tissue what calcium is to bone. They're the building blocks. You want to get rid of a soft tissue, a chronic tendonitis, a bursitis, a ligamentitis, a plantar fasciitis. Your body's making more acid than it can get rid of. And it's toxicity. It's either coming from stress or it's coming from diet. So what do we have to do? We have to alkalize our body. So making that juice and making that and drinking it for the next couple days. The other thing, and I'll show you real quickly what I've done, and I'm going to take this off here for a second, is I've boiled some lemons. I take about 3 lemons, boil them in water, and then take the lemon press and squeeze them back in. So I boil them for 5 minutes. I let them sit for 10 or 15 minutes. Then I squeeze them back in. If you do something like that, you will notice that if you do that, it's incredible what starts to happen to your body. When you boil them, it's more potassium, more magnesium, you're alkaline. The next day or the same day, if you went out running, you would notice you're not so winded. Why? Because you make carbonic acid and lactic acid, and then uric acid eventually gets converted to pee out that you have to get rid of. If you make more acid than you can get rid of, that's when you start to have injuries. So what are we trying to do? Alkalize. There's ways to measure alkalize. I have kits, I have pH drops, I have things to measure how alkaline or acidic you are, but that's not the purpose of this video. But it's to show you more greens, more veggies. I have a shake here. This has some hemp seeds, healthy fat. It has some chia seeds. I put a raw egg in. That's my preference. I'm not suggesting that to anybody, but I like the healthy protein and the healthy fat that's in there. And I have some different powders with some mushrooms for brain function and focus, and some other things that I have available, and a mixture of veggies with carrots. So we're really working on nutrition, and I think that I'm going to have a good race as long as my leg holds up. If I do that, I will notice that I will be less winded. So if you have a week left before a half marathon, one of the best things you can do is load up on nutrition and take a break. I'm not running right up to my race. I'll probably maybe go a little longer tomorrow and call it a week and 6 days of rest. That allows your muscles to really rest. If you put in the training, you're all set. I would definitely not suggest running right up to the point that your race is and risk getting an injury, and it's an overuse injury. Your body needs to recover as well. Rest is just as important as exercise. If you put the work in, you don't need to worry about it. And that's some of the things that I'm doing to alkalize. I'll let you know and post as I go along, but these are some of the keys. I also have a Healthy Me program, which is a 4-week health program. I have a free Healthy Me community on Facebook. I have a Healthy Wealthy That's Why podcast that I do, and I interview people on electrolytes and different companies and far infrared saunas and detoxing and biohacking, which is hacking into our biology through fasting and gut health with all the purpose of bringing down inflammation. And inflammation is the enemy of health. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make people healthier here. And follow me. I'd love if you followed me Join some of my free groups, get some information. And if you need any more help than that, I'd love to help you out and work with me as your health coach or your life coach and fitness coach and inflammation coach. And there's a good name for it. All right, everyone have a great day. If you have any questions, leave them below.